Testing, testing, 1, 2. Input's coming through this time, so I know my microphone didn't disconnect itself for no reason again. I love it when that happens. I love it when the hardware works properly. Must say, I quite enjoy it when that happens. Alright, Twitch Mobile, how does this look? It looks like it should be. It looks correct. Alright. 3-4. Thank you for the continuation, OPR. So anyway, last time we beat the game. But I've heard there is a post game and there is still stuff we never figured out. So we back in the mansion, got our shovel swinging from side to side to side. Also, I know we have technically skipped day 54, but that's because I started it up to actually get the inheritance trophy and look at the checklist here, and then I immediately quit out the game. Or I called it a day so I could quit out the game. So we have all of this to do. I'm not sure I'm going to do all of this, because, heaven forbid, I have no idea what dare mode, curse mode even are, and getting room 46 in one day. How does this even work? Like, is there a way to get to room 46 in one day that doesn't involve resetting this save file? I don't know what the fuck a room 8 is. I don't know what the sigils are. I mean, I've definitely got dartboard puzzles and workshop contraptions, but also, what the fuck is a trophy room? I still have yet to find a trophy room. Other than that, I trimmed down my notes. So I trimmed down the notes so that we actually only have the stuff that really matters to us right now. Stuff that ended up just being, like, not puzzle stuff, but just how the game worked. We've got all that out of the way. Trim this down. Other stuff, still pretty much the same. I'm only keeping this one around because it tells me that what the boiler room helps with. We managed to get to the furnace and lab. I still have no idea what it does for the garage, laundry room, and pump room. Alzara's prophecies are still have the mansion message that we never figured out. There's still Blackbridge Grotto's weird microchips. An item I never claimed in the entrance hall. Hallway, the safes. There is so much yet still to do. And what does this mean? If we count small gates, 8 gates crack 8 safes. I just do not quite get what that means. So, and the only way to figure it out is going to be to go back in, I suppose. So we start by making a wish, because we have done this for 50-something days, and it has not done anything yet, but it's gonna do something, mark my words. There's also one thing that we definitely have to do today. Not today as in stream day, but today as in, like, in-game day. And if it turns out to be what I'm fearing it is, I'm going to lose my mind. We'll just get some special items to start off with. Our first major goal today is to find out if we could have beaten this game like 4 hours earlier last stream. What the fuck do you mean, Mount Holly gift shop? $46. A gift shop. Thanks for visiting. We got Swimbird. Enjoy your lunch. Oh, is that the baker lady's name? I can only imagine. Some postcards. 46. There's some plates that seem to be arranged in the same way as the microchips in Blackbridge Grotto. Oh, these are clocks, not gates. Red princes, one of them is dead. Blue tents, tents fit for prince. Sturdy construction, seal take sky. Yep. Alright, what in the world are you selling? Mount Holly Tea is a permanent addition to the walk-in closet. It just looks nice. Lunchbox is a permanent addition to the dining room. When you reach rank 5 with the lunchbox, gain half your dinner steps. Some trunks. Permanent addition to the pool. A pair of trunks is always handy for swimming. Just be sure to bring some keys. There's your blocks holding console editions coming soon. Blue tents can only be purchased after you've proven your merit as a scout by obtaining a trophy in your trophy room. What's the trophy room? As for in addition to the master bedroom, unlock dare mode. We never found the master bedroom. Okay, so that's stuff. That's stuff that we're gonna have to worry about at some point. Give me a pantry. Storeroom, my beloved. I'm so morbidly curious what the Mount Holly tea does. If it even does anything. Alright, you know what? Let's go get the money from the pantry, and then we can buy two of these things in the gift shop. Yeah, Mount Holly tea and lunchbox. Permanent editions go crazy. Sure, fuck it, security. Go through this song and or dance again. I may own this place, but heaven forbid I can just tell the computer to not reset. I guess you're a den now. Oh yeah, the armory's a thing. Okay, we're not too fussed about, like, gems and whatnot, so I'm not gonna grab Parlor. Okay, so once again, it's the Morning Star and the Torch. Is the axe just, like, gone? Forever? Is there any items other than those three? I'm not taking a dark room, because I really need to draft something that connects up to the foundation here. Yeah, sure, reading nook. Okay, it's time for today's first important question. Could I have opened the basement door without getting the basement key from the antechamber again? Did I spend 4 hours last stream trying to get the basement key so I could explore this place again, only for it to not be necessary, because for some reason, every other door in this goddamn house relocks, except for this one, which never mentions that it's permanently unlocked. Have you ever felt sad or lonely? Have you ever felt 2 feet tall? Have you ever thought, man, if only there was anybody else at all? They like to kick you when times get rough, and you give your all. But it's not enough, and sticks and stones might break your bones, but words can break your heart. But if you don't know where to go, I'll show you where to start. I've been advised not to finish these lyrics because Twitch might actually kill me. I can't actually look at this now because I have a magnifying glass. Alright, what is this? It's north of the reservoir. I had no clue. I had no clue it was north of the reservoir. I didn't have... That's a fair point. I didn't know that. I didn't have, like, a map that told me it was north of the reservoir. I'm getting killed. One backup lever for each antechamber door has been installed in separate locations for redundancy. However, we've been told that the locations of this reserve system will not be disclosed to the staff. Okay, so there's more levers. There's an extra antechamber lever for each door. What does this mean for me? Unsure. It's Sandy Heights 5 p.m. Is there... Huh. I wonder why they mentioned the time on it. Also, I should actually bring up the, photos. Yo, I still have yet to figure out what this is, as well. Apparently, that, like, very suspicious looking set of bricks leads to the cliffside exit. But I can't seem to, like, actually interact with them in any ways. Maybe I can sledgehammer it? We have this, like, weird connection series of pipes going throughout the thing that leads to, like, 50 different doodads and knickknacks, but again, no idea what to do with them. I tried looking around and I didn't see where there were any, like, buttons to press. We've got the button up there, which connects to its own series of pipes and whatnot that opened up the door to the underground. Speaking of, I don't think there's anything more we can do in the underground, is there? I don't think so, at least. Reservoir's a no-go until we, like, actually get it drained, and then we can figure out what 5 is as well. Oh, we don't even need to come down to the basement for that, because we've got the torch chamber. Catacombs, rotating gears. The passageway to the north lever, it had, like, a red door that I don't know what to do with, but that's its own thing. Okay, so it's confirmed. For some reason, the basement door is one of the only doors in this entire game that remains unlocked in between days, but it never tells you that. Why doesn't it tell me that? The hatred, I guess. Sure, closet. Yes, I know what ivory dice do. Done with lock doors early, huh? Sure, I'll go and get Chapel out of the way. Gotta wonder how much money I actually have in the Keeper of Tides here. Also gotta wonder, if I break the Keeper of Tides, does the Chapel stop taking tithes? How does that work? You know what, we can just put a guest bedroom there. The entrance door also remains unlocked throughout the days, never tells you that. Really? Is that your grand argument for this OPR? The entrance to the mansion that I spend every day going into and exploring, that one remains unlocked? That's your grand gotcha? 12 plus 1 is 13, plus 2 is 15, minus 14 is 1. 20 plus 3 is 23, minus 13 is 10, minus 9 is 1, times 2 is 2. 1 plus 4 is 5, minus 1 is 4, times 1 is 4, divided by 1 is 4. Okay, Super Garden. Alright, man, just say a true statement. Okay, parlor room box, go off. Wasn't really anything in the archives that, like, was a puzzle me as well. We had this, but wasn't even any, like, small messages or stuff to try and figure out in here. That's the security door, because of course it is. Somehow this one's not locked. It'd be an archived floor plan. No, hey, it's a parlor. The sure bedroom. Bedroom box and mathematician. I said parlor room box. You know, those things that one of them always just says a true statement. Oh! That's the moon that's on the interchange. I never actually noticed that before. That symbol's on her necklace as well. Granted, that's probably because I've never actually paid attention to her necklace. Or the pictures in the guest bedroom in general. Hey, it's my lunchbox. Also, apparently the lunchbox trips the metal detector. If you said puzzle room box, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Still have no idea what this fucking means. Oh, hey, hi, Gem. What is this SD? Guess this one? Oh, hi, aquarium. Ah. You know what, you can be a secret garden, why not? Oh, hello there, Shovel. Why, hello there, little Shovel. Hello, Lunaris. It's a worthless old shoe that's not worth picking up. This is still turbo suspicious, but I don't know what to do with it. Like, there's no other set of bricks that's just so obviously, like, doorway-shaped. Any ideas for next stream game? Yes. Yeah, I have a few ideas. I tried pointing both of them at this door. It's like passway denied. Because there's no way to rotate the top one, seemingly. It also can confirm that doesn't do anything. I'm also pretty sure that that the door for the antechamber level will stay open in between runs. You know what? You might as well pull it. I wonder what happens if you go to room 46 a second time, actually. Maybe room 46 is the trophy room now. Oh, hey, a key. I suppose we could make, like, try and get to the antechamber again today's goal, because... Okay. I have caps lock on, apparently. Thanks for zooming it into my face. Appreciate it. Okay, so if we're wanting to get into the antechamber, considering God's Secret Garden, we should try and head for here. Oh, hello, banana. We just go ahead and hit the foundation. Let's go ahead and hit the foundation so we don't have to, like, double back. In case we manage to actually get there. There's the other one. Oh, nice. Second key. Alright, head on back down. I want to see, like, what's in room 46 now that you've, like, beaten the game. Does getting to room 46 just end the day? Is there... Can you actually, like, see what's in it now? How will this affect the trout population? Technically now we just have a straight shot here whenever we want. Yeah, there's this thing. I don't see any other pipe, so it looks like I have to power up a... I remember seeing another red box like this. I can't remember where, but I remember seeing another red box like that. And Lord knows if that other hallway is supposed to serve a purpose. LobCorp outplayed me again today twice. Oh, it outplayed you. It didn't bullshit you. I never actually paid attention to this, Never actually paid much attention to what's in this room itself. Well, I mean, I did pay plenty of attention to the doors, but you can't interact with those, apparently. We've got the crest here that has like all the different sigil bases. And we have what I'm gonna assume is Latin. Oven Neva Re. No, this ain't Latin. This ain't Latin, no. Neva Re does not sound Latin. Oh, that's probably written in the in-universe conlang, isn't it? Because we did find, like, a note that was written in this language. If I had a nickel for every time I played, like, a much bigger than it seemed puzzle game, where one of the potential endgame puzzles required translating a fictional language, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Actually, knowing me, is it that weird that I played 2 of those games? That might actually not be weird at all, considering who I am. LobCorp, famous for doing X, didn't do X? Yeah, right. I don't know, I figured if it bullshitted you instead of outplaying you, I would have heard about it. You are very vocal when you get annoyed. Let's say that. Alright. Before we actually head through the parlor, I'm going to explore the rest of the mansion for, like, maybe dig spots, and also potentially more keys. Thanks to the secret garden, we should have enough fruit for the step cost to not be that big of a deal. But there are still some rooms we haven't drafted. Oh, hey, the clock tower. We haven't actually drafted this yet. And the boudoir. The boudoir still has that fucking... the Christmas photo that I could never figure out. Do I do boudoir or do I do clock tower? I'm not sure how rare clock tower is. You know, we haven't drafted a lot of tomorrow rooms. We wouldn't get a lot of value out of this. Let's do boudoir. Okay, then. No, you can't see anything on the safe itself. Doesn't seem like there's any, like, hidden details in this photo. Or maybe there is and I just don't know what I'm looking for? Book of Room when I started LobCorp and I utilized all the tools I had from the very beginning. Did you, like, know what you were getting yourself into, I presume? Wait. Hey, OPR, you mentioned watching videos of this game before. Please tell me this wasn't here the entire time. Please tell me I didn't go through 55 days of blueprints and somehow never thought to actually look behind the fucking folding screens. OPR, please, I need you to do me a solid here. Please tell me I'm not stupid. OPR, I managed to open up all, like, seemingly for the permanent edition. Solve the chess puzzle. Managed to find one of the red envelopes. Please tell me that this wasn't here the entire time and I'm not stupid. Tomato. What does that mean? What do you mean, tomato? You can fucking see it on the floor plan. I'm a moron. I'm an idiot. Okay, but I still need a code for this. 8 dates crack 8 safes. There's a Christmas photo. It's obviously 12/25. What? That worked? Huh? That wasn't supposed to just work? Oh, that's another gem thing. And another red envelope. Number 4. Wait. 8 dates crack 8 safes. The only other red envelope we found was in a safe that required us to set a specific time for it to open. Are all of the safe codes time? Dates? Do all the safe codes have something to do with specific days or times? Is that what it's trying to get at here? I'll have to see when we get, like, to either the office or the study again. And let's get prepared to do some more transcribing. Herbert. Probably capitalize it. I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece. That you would play the King's Scullion? I never heard that word before. And stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Hey, we're getting spicy. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices he did. I don't know whoever wrote this. You seem to be condemning them pretty hard. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story, deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son, Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, he will not be coming for Christmas this year. Damn it. Okay. What does this have to do with this, like, red crown, with this, like, crown jewelry heist? Because two of the things we found those, like, gem holders in had those red envelopes that are talking about Marion and her disappearance. What does it mean? The bucket archive floor plan, because it may be something that has a key. High observatory. Yep, 23 stars. That means today is the twins. Oh, the twins. Clavis the key. And Drax is dead, but let's just not click on him. Oh wait, no, it's Clavis the key in the sail. We're good. We're like turbo good. Okay, we have 3 keys. As long as we can go at least generally upwards, this should be enough keys to get us to the antechamber. You fuck with Simon? Me. Me. That's the name of the main character. Simon Jones. Yeah, let me do this. Spare bedroom to start, and it's not locked. That's a great sign. Hello, sleep mask, apparently. Okay, we're getting, like, really lucky. If it turns out we need more gems, we can go back to the parlor and solve that puzzle. The game is like showering me with keys and unlocked doors. Oversized turn. Cause you had a bad day, you take a wind down, sing a sad song, just turn it around. I need the breaker box or a key card. Not gonna gamble on the, like, archived one being that. I never solved the gallery. That was another thing. Okay, these are all the same paintings. Give me a conference room, I guess. I did know a bunch before starting LogCorp, but not the game generally. Okay, well, unfortunately, ballroom. And we don't have any gems. Oh my god, game. Okay, study, we could maybe use this. We could maybe draft this and try and figure out the safe code. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so if my theory is correct, the safe code has something to do with a date. What dates are, like, maybe significant to this room specifically? There's also the queen thing, but don't know what that's about. There's no, like, calendars in here or anything to have a date marked. Anyone thinking likely delusional think this can be pulled off by Thursday? That's the only place a date is mentioned in here. Kate's minus dates equals G. No. Alright. Oh shit, I got rid of that note, didn't I? I was gonna say, I know I wrote down somewhere what, like, day 22 was. But I put it down in the major goals, and I must have got rid of it when I actually opened the time safe. Okay, hold on, I can fix this. Just need to figure out which of these VODs is the one I actually opened that safe in. Go into the highlighter and look around until I catch a scene of me with the fucking menu open so I can see whether or not I have a red envelope at this point. Hey Lunaris, you dumbass, can you open the map, please? No, that's not the map. Can you type 1st of January? Hell no. Okay, I don't have a red envelope at this point. So at the very least is after this. And I don't have it here either. So it's probably not in this VOD. Which means maybe it's in this one? Oh wait, hold on, that's the red envelope. Day 22 was November 28th. So day 1 would be November 6th? That should be? No, it'd be November 7th. November 7th would be day 1. So, 1107? Fuck. That wasn't it. Maybe just 117? 1128, same as the orchard? No? Okay. Well, that unfortunately didn't work. If we count gates, 8 saves crack 8 dates crack 8 saves. If we count small gates, there's nothing here about small gates. Why is there a chessboard here? This chessboard's gonna drive me crazy. This has to mean something. The queen is on d8. The queen is next to the safe, so it's obviously 0408. 48. Damn it. This is the only thing here that has to do anything with the date. Unless I got my math wrong and it's 1106? Nope, not that either. Okay, so it would seem I still don't actually know how to open the safe in the study. Not sure if that means my theory is wrong, that all of them have to do with dates, or if I just don't know which date is relevant to this room. Oh, fuck's sake. Random bullshit, go. Okay, a hallway. Not as bad as it could have been. Please, for the love of fuck, I need a utility closet. Oh wait, we can just go out from the West Wing Hall. We don't have to go... Am I stupid? I think I'm stupid. What is it that you're smelling? Ah, single point on the floor. My mistake. I would at least try the 3rd of January. I'm sure you would. Oh, actually, now that you're here, I had a question I wanted to ask you last time we came across this, and you, like, were either AFK or just left the stream, so I never got a response from you. But I had a question I wanted to ask about the gallery puzzle. Is there a way to know... Will I know for relatively certain when I've gotten a name right? Is there any way to, like... Will anything happen if I get a name right? Or will nothing happen until I have all 4 of the names right? Is this your final question? What the fuck do you mean is this my final question? It's the only question I've asked you this stream. What? Huh? What are you talking about? I mean, I guess I can drop it if this is like a thing. Now, of course, we do have a problem with now that I've spent so many keys trying to get to this place when I didn't need to, I now might just run out of keys. So, we live and we hope. Commissary works. Locked. Please be selling keys. What are you... Why are you even here? If you're not selling me keys. I hate you. Give me a sledgehammer. Maybe we can still manage to afford to run over to the Foundation and investigate that wall in the basement again. Okay, they're still down from the parlor room that we could check. Why does my brain keep wanting to call it the parlor room? It's just called the parlor. I don't have the gems for that, so, here's hoping. It's a library. And doesn't seem to be anything in it. Oh, but I can't go this way from here. Game, I'm gonna need you to start, like, being nice to... Are you detecting a key? Please tell me you're detecting a key. Oh my god, it detected the key. I only have 8 steps left because it was a weight room. I'm going to kill somebody. I'm saying, do you want to know the answer to this? I'm on the stream and try not to spoil you stuff. Anything you can know from the beginning is a spoiler, even if it's minor. I see what you're saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fucking. Why did it have to be a weight room? Literally any other room and I could have made it, but no. We're just gonna have to try for the antechamber another day then. Yeah, I pushed myself to the brink of exhaustion, apparently. I mean, I don't think what I'm asking for is as much of a spoiler as it is just, like, knowing the quality of life thing, I guess? The way you're asking... So do you want to know if something happens or not? I'm not... Like, when I asked, I thought, oh, it's just a quality of life thing. So that I can know, like, whether or not I'm just, like, blindly stumbling around. But now that you've, like, said... Now that you've, like, put the spoiler weight on it, I'm not sure if I should. I'll say no. I'll say no. I don't want to know anymore. If it's apparently big enough of a deal that you'll go on a little speech about it, then I will not... Then I do not want to know. I was not aware of the gravity of what I was asking. You know what? Give me a shelter. For one's QOL, for others it's spoiler. It's a fine line. Alright. Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Today, we're gonna make it like our main goal to actually get into the antechamber again. Somehow. That's why I suppose I want, like, the main goal to be this time. Or not get into the antechamber, get into room 46. I want to see what room 46 does now that we've already beaten the game. Already go ahead and knock down the keycard thing. To think, I could have maybe actually made it if I just realized that I drafted the West Wing Hall and that allowed me to maybe get in. I was so, like, just done with everything. Maybe this rule because sometimes I throw a question to you, not waiting for a response to it, so I just implement the failsafe. I see. I actually implement a similar system with my friends when they ask, like, rhetorical questions. I ask them back, do you really want to know, or are you just saying that? Because, you know, sometimes they are just saying that, musing to themselves. Well, that's fine. I didn't want to get into the pantry from there anyway. Or I didn't want to get into the foundation from there anyways. Like, whatever, dude. Take a shovel. And some gems. Gems never hurt anybody. Yesterday had 23 stars, so today would be 24. I'm on this major, I'm on this minor in Florealis. Basically just gems, 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 gems go crazy. I wonder what will happen now that we're close to getting above 25 stars. And the run's over. And the run's over. I live in constant agony. Not a single room that goes north. I was not given any rooms that could go north since fucking security. What the hell? Take the bedroom so I can at least see what's down at the end of the hallway here. Yay, coin purse. It's not gonna matter if I pick it up. You know what, conservatory? We can maybe, like, actually do something with this again. Yeah, give me that. Why not? I mean, making the foyer commonplace seems pretty good, because the ability to just drop that and then have all hallway doors unlocked for the rest of the run sounds very useful. Rumpus room is fine being standard. The gym. I mean, fuck, we could set gym to unusual or rare, but I think I'm fine leaving it at what it's normally at, because it is like a it is a 3-door room. All right, well, this day was dog shit. Small cottage, yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks, game. Fucking hell, dude. Game hates me. The gymnasium? Who's Jim? Who is this Jim of who you speak? Do you speak of Ask Jim of Silksong fame? You know what, Schoolhouse? Let's see if we can maybe get further into the classrooms. Gym blueprint. I see. I see. I personally call him Little Timmy because he's kind of stupid. Just like me. This will be a library. We can go ahead and be a storeroom. We'll get that out of the way. Besides, we're going to need a fair bit of gems if we want to try and make it through all. If we want to try and get all the classrooms that we're looking for. Do we just take an early nursery? No, I don't think we do. Steps aren't our problem. Steps aren't the big issue today. You know, your name was Tim. It's not. What? Parlor for my gems, please. Alright. The white box has exactly one true statement. The black box has no true statements. Gems are not in the black box, and the above statement is true. Black box is exactly one true. The blue box is one true statement, and exactly one, and the gems are in the blue box. Alright, so let's assume you're the one that's only telling the truth. Let's assume you're only telling the truth. So the black box has no true statements. So the blue box has exactly one true statement. That is false in our instance. It has two. The gems are in the blue box, so we know it's not there in this hypothetical. As for the white box, if the bottom statement is the one that was true, then both of them would be true. So the only one that could be true here is the top statement. But if the bottom statement is lying, that means this one's lying as well. So it can't be that, it can't be one or the other. They're either both true or both false. So we know the blue box, at the very least, isn't the one that's only telling the truth. At the very least, we know that the white box has exactly one true statement is false. That's just not true. And if we assume you're telling the truth, then, like... Okay, if we assume you're telling the truth now, the black box has exactly one true statement. That true statement is that the black box has no true statements. That's a contradiction. So you also can't be the one that's telling the truth because the blue box can't be true. That means this is the one that's telling the truth. So the gems are not in the black box. We know that for certain now. And we know between these, one of them's lying. At least. So we have white box has two true statements. This one has one false statement. This one has one false statement. So the gems are the blue box, or the black box has no true statements. If the black box has no true statements is false, and that means the black box does have true statements, that would mean the gems would be in the blue box. If the black box is the one that's only lying about the gems being in the blue box, then, well, we don't necessarily... Well, then it must be in the white box. Thing is, we don't know... Because it could be that both of them are lying. We know at least one of these statements is wrong. Because there has to be one box that's that only says false statements. Okay, so if you're both false, that means the gems aren't in the blue box, and the black box has true statements, which would be wrong, so that checks out. In this case, the gems would be in the white box. If black is the only one that's only telling lies, then the gems aren't in the blue box. Black box has no true statements. Wait, hold on, it can't be that both of them are lying. Because if this one, if the black box is our false one, that makes this bottom one true. So it can't be that both of them are telling. So it can't be that both of them are like that. If you're telling only false statements, then that would mean, for this, you would have to be true that the gems are in the blue box. I wasn't listening, it's in the white box. If blue box is the only one that's lying, then the gems are in the blue box. If black box is the only one that's lying, then the gems are in the white box. It almost seems like it comes down to a 50-50. Is that crazy? I know it can't be coming down to a 50-50. I must be missing something. Hold on, let me put a little something here to work this out. Just gonna like write this down to work it out instead of just trying to do it in my head. Do you need help? Not quite yet. The box. No, black box. Finally, black says the blue box has exactly one true statement, and the gems are in the blue box. Okay, so we started out by assuming that blue was just completely telling the truth about white being either or. The thing is, that can't be the case. If this is the only truth, if this statement is true, then that means this statement has to be true as well. If the statement is false, then the bottom one also has to be false. So we know that white is either completely telling the truth or completely lying. So this one is false. We know that for sure. We know that for certain. So quick black box jumps over the lazy dartboard. Oh my god. The blue box has exactly one true statement. If that's the truth, then that true statement must be the black box has no true statements, which is a contradiction. So we know this one also has to be false. That means, since one box has to only have true statements, that means it's the white box that has only true statements. So we know the gems aren't in the black box. Now it's just a matter of, we know one of these only says false statements. if black is the one that only says false statements. Okay, well, first off, it can't be that both of them only say false statements. Because if both of them are not saying false statements, then this is false, meaning the black one's only false. But the black box has no true statements would also be false, which means it does, but that's not the case if both of them are false. So only one of them is only false statements. The other one's a 50-50. 50-50 split. Not a 50-50 chance. If you're the one that's only saying false statements, then the gems are not in the blue box, they must be in white. If you're the one saying a false state, if you're the one with only false statements, then the black box must have at least one true statement, which is that the gems are in the blue box. So, yeah, it seems like it comes down to a 50-50. It's in the white box? You know what? I'll go with that. It's in the white box. Lady Luck be on my side. Fuck! Where did the logic go wrong? It couldn't have actually come down to a 50-50. So, if this one was false, not flat, false. This one's false and this one had to be true. That works out because, yeah, the black box doesn't have any true statements. Which mean the gems are in the blue box. If you were the one telling a lie, not Blaze false, means you're telling the truth. Oh. Wait. If this is the case, then... No. Okay. Sorry, I got confused. If this one is false, then that means the gems aren't in the blue box, which means they're in white. If this one's true, then it is in the blue box. You can fast tell blue's full of shit. Black says blue has exactly one true. Oh, and we know that's wrong. Fuck. I completely missed that. Okay, yeah. Wait, then why'd you tell me to open the what? Then why'd you tell me to do the white one? Now let's start getting the classrooms out of the way. Welcome to grade 1. Coloring. Yippee. Give me an apple. Pretty sure we've already solved, like, everything that this room has to offer. In terms of just, like, figuring out the colors of these, like, sigils. You can go ahead and get another classroom out of the way. Grade 2. This one just is teaching us how the billiards room puzzle works. And I got a gem back. Nice. I wasn't helping you since you didn't want help. I mean, yeah, I said that. I didn't think that meant you just flat out lied to me. Rena, go ahead and get a key. And let's head on down and open up the antechamber, just in case. That way I don't have to double back to open up the antechamber. And I really should have been able to piece together that... I really should have noticed that I just said the blue one having one was false. That shouldn't have been hard. I just completely forgot about it. Wait, I didn't listen to you. It's in the white box. Well, the second time you said it's confusing, then you explain again, it's in the white box. So, I figured you were just guessing alongside me. Small step tax, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Alright, and we're back. Going ahead and getting the locker rooms out of the way early, huh? I mean, the foyer is nice, but I don't want to use up more gems if I can help it, so parlor it is. Alright, our chance of redemption. Okay. The gems are in this box. This statement is of no help at all. The gems are in the blue box. Okay, well, this is a weird variant. Okay, this statement is of no help at all. That can't be true, because if this is false, then even if this is... If this statement is true, then that means we can still figure out that it can't be that blue and black are telling the truth. So the fact... Which would make the statement true. So this has to be false. The statement is helping. Because it means either both of these are true, or only one is. In which case, it can't... In the current case, it can't be that only one is true. Because both of them say the same thing. So, I mean, it must just be that the gems are in this box. Or in the blue box, right? Because if you're false, then you're also false, but one of them has to be telling the truth. Same if it's the other way around, so both of them have to be telling the truth. Gems are in the blue box. I was really scared for a second that I was like missing something incredibly obvious and I was about to get sucker punched. Games of no help at all is very absolute. You're telling me. Shovel for potentially finding things in the future. I'll take your finest gems, sir. Just like all of them. And give me an extra key for safety's sake. Okay, another classroom. Grade 3 is where we made it to last time. And this is teaching us how the puzzle in the lab works. There'll be a spare bedroom, I suppose. Hello, sleeping mask. It's good to see you. There'll be a den. More gems, and it prevents us from dead ending. Bleh. Okay, we have 9 gems. We can afford to use 2 to get the foyer in here. Okay, that one ended up being locked, but that's fine. We still have the entire west wing that we never actually took a big look in. And if we come back, we can be safe in the knowledge that it's not like it's gonna... No hallway doors are ever gonna be locked again. I thought I saw something for a bit. I'm losing my mind. There's a second way to salt the box? Pray tell. You know what? Fine, be a bookshop. Right after I spend all my money, too! You know, bunk room. Generally, 2 items in here. And it's 10 energy. Depths, whatever the hell we're calling them. Okay, game, I cannot help but notice you're not giving me classrooms all of a sudden. I was debating trying to save a gem by taking gymnasiums as security, but I think we might be passing through this room enough that the step tax would be, like, pretty harmful. So does this mansion just, like, stay mine and mine alone for the rest of time? Like, this, like, even though I've solved it now, the staff can't come back or anything? Game, we need to have a talk on why you're doing this to me. Hey, it ended up giving me a key. Yeah, you ever heard of the classroom? It's this neat little room you can draft in the game Blueprints. Game. Game, I need you to stop doing this to me. Have you ever heard of the classroom? Game! Have you, and I know this is a big ask, but have you ever heard of a classroom? Oh, the fresh hell are you supposed to, like, actually draft all the classrooms when the game just does not give you classrooms? Classroom! We'll take a billiard room. I know the garage is just more keys, but we need to solve more billiard room puzzles for the trophy, and this one has a chance of being the secret garden key, which I want. 10 minus 6, 16 minus 6 is 10. 10 times 20 is 200. Divided by 10 is 20. 11 minus 13 is 11 minus. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Here's the big kicker. Here's the kicker. Now they're finally incorporating the order of things into this. Because normally yellow's in this, like, in this inner ring. Now yellow's on the outside, but we still work from the inside out. So it's 11 times 3, which is 33, minus 13 is 20. You do it in, like, you do it in inner to outer order, not color order. 4 times 2 is 8, minus 7 is 1. You know what, silver key ain't bad. I could have gotten 2 more keys by just taking the garage, but this saves me a gem, and I had a chance of getting the secret garden key, which means we could get into the antechamber. Turned out to not be the case, but hey, life's a gamble, am I right? Alright. So I just have to hope the game's not gonna, like, completely fuck me over here. Dining room gives us more options, and potentially steps later. And also steps now. Game. Have you ever heard of a classroom? You'll be a gymnasium, and then we'll hope we don't have to deal with you. We'll have to deal with you to spawn this. No, he's locked. No, he's also locked. Great. Porterhouse steak. Nars hates studying confirmed. I mean, studying was kind of like the worst in most regards. Classroom game. Christ almighty game. How are you supposed to draft all 8 of the classrooms to ace the final exam when the game doesn't give you classrooms? Ugh. This game's gonna ruin me, man. What rarity are classrooms supposed to be, anyways? What do you mean rarity rumored? We've been there! Of course it's unusual. Of course it's unusual. They want me to draft 8 of those, but they're unusual rarity. This Gong Blacksmith Rage again. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I can't argue that. I can't argue that. I just am. And I like arguing, so the fact that I can't argue that is a thing and a half. I'm gonna head into the shelter because I also remember there was something I wanted to check. That is, does something happen if you manage to log everything into the terminal? Also, the safe is just apparently permanently open now. Hey, so that means the boudoir is now just a +1 gem. Yeah, do your dial-up internet. Yeah, that's still that. You know what? Let's do special orders, and let's ask for a sledgehammer to be in the commissary, so that way we can maybe investigate that brick wall. What happens if I log out and then hop back in? Do I have to log into the network again? I do. Okay, so it does not seem like logging into all of them does anything. It doesn't seem like having them all logged into at once really does anything, I should say. And I can't, like, connect to the... I can't, like, get the others from here without them being logged into it as well. Right? Yeah. Not like I can really do anything. Okay. I tried pressing escape instead of log out to see if that didn't log me out, but it does still. Well, I think we can fairly confidently do. Reading Nook. Be a Dan. He's set to feed values. Nothing ever matters. Always bet on nothing. Buddy, was part of the Silk Song fandom. Nothing ever happens was basically like our life motto for a few years. Alright, let's see if I can't get a bookshop, and then I can maybe save up for... Why would the game give me a bookshop? Why would the game give me a bookshop when I have money to spend on it? I'm going to die. Okay, conservatory can only be in the corners, so... Okay, I can take the addict's rarity down just like 1 notch. I don't think making it standard's a good idea, but unusual should be fine. Lavatory does not help us in like any way whatsoever. So I think we can make that rare. And I need to stop pressing exit there. And boudoir can stay standard. Really abandoned after Gong got released? Yeah, that's because something happened. You can't expect me to maintain a nothing ever happens attitude when something happens. That's just not how it works. As much as I don't want to use the corridor this early, I do still want to get toward the foundation. Garage could be nice. But our current only other way to go aligns with the den, so if it's not like this way, we just dead end immediately, so I'm gonna play it safe and pick a hallway. We're gonna head this way next, because we do still want to get to the foundation, like I mentioned. We take security. It only leads to you having expectations and raging if those expectations are met. What are you talking about? When was the last time I raged at, like, my expectations not being met? What? Like, yeah, I've raged, don't get me wrong, I've gotten mad before. But I like to think I usually only rage at, like, really comedically bad twists of fate. Not just, oh, this game isn't what I wanted it to be. Like, I uninstalled Twitter a long time ago, man. Actually, you know what? Let's wait to see if it's a simple puzzle before I write it down. Black box is false. Black box is true. A false box contains gems. Okay, so it seems like the puzzle difficulty went down a little bit in response to me getting one wrong. You're a beta male, Lunaris? I mean, that's not what Lumi Outcore told me, but... Okay, so... Irregardless, we know it's not in the black box. Because if it's true, then a false box has it. If it's false, then a true box has it. So no matter what, it's not in here. That simply makes a deal of which of these is telling the truth. Because it can't be that both of them are telling the truth. If blue is telling the truth about the black box being false, that means the black box is saying a true box has the gems. So then it would be blue. Because white would be false. If white is true, then the false box has the gems, and we know it can't be you, so that by process of elimination means it's you. This is starting to shape up to be another 50-50. Uh-oh. Okay, so we know one of these has to be telling... It can't be that both of them are true or both of them are false because they're contradicting each other. So one has to be true and the other one has to be lying. If blue is true, and that means black is false, meaning a true box contains gems, and also that white is lying because black box isn't true. That means... So if blue box is the one telling the truth, then the gems are in blue. If white box is the one telling the truth, That means black is true. The false box. Oh, okay, so no matter which one is the case, blue has gems. Y'all ready to have to deal with me doing this like every time? One day we'll get the right combination of like luck that I can just figure out this antechamber thing that I'm thinking about, and then not have to worry about coming down here every run. Until then, you must suffer. It builds character. Gotta wonder where exactly this room is in relation to all the other rooms underground, given the like slight curve over such a long hallway. Like the room with the antechamber lever is probably just a little bit due east of the rotating gear. Also, I gotta say, looking over the chat again, I love how it becomes like that. I love how the conversation goes. That only leads to you having expectations and raging if those aren't met, to just immediately after you're a beta male. Damn, dude. Oh, you could be a hallway closet. There's some good stuff in you. The fucking gallery. Why am I only just now why am I getting the gallery so much all of a sudden? It very much seems like the game wants me to solve this. But, like, I'll be perfectly honest here. I don't know how you're expected to, like, reason this out. I mean, I can get some, like, I can notice some details in all of these. How there's a bunch of distractions and the actual objective. I have no clue what the fuck this is about. Thick. And all of these are, like, red. Everything in these wagons is red, and also it's mirrored. But what do I do with that? What if I just do it like you do the password module and keep talking nobody explodes? I just list every letter and try and come up with something. Imagine if that's how you're supposed to solve this puzzle. I would hope it's not how you're supposed to solve this puzzle, but imagine if it was. The stop sign almost looks like it says to lob instead of stop because it's upside down and mirrored. So that's obviously the solution. B, C, P, T. I don't think W's an option. So it's not to lob. Damn it. Aw. Okay. What if it's Prince? Because Red Prince is a very, like... Red Prince... We've got the book, Red Prince. One of the wagons has a P in it. Everything in the picture is red. Black Monolith puzzle vibes? The Black Monolith. Am I, like, misremembering? Or do I not know what that is? Can you not make Prince? Is there not an N in here? God damn it. I thought I was onto something. Also, is stream stuttering for you, any OPR? Because on Twitch Mobile, which I'm using to, like, look at chat while I play games without having to alt tab the stream manager over and over, it's, like, stuttering crazy. Sometimes, at least. I can't make wagons. What if it's Prince, but you input it backwards? Okay, there's another thing I noticed. Okay, so another thing I noticed about this puzzle is that there's, like, two very slightly different noises that play whenever you switch a letter. There's one where it clicks and then, like, echoes a bit. And then there's one where it just clicks and then, like, stops. Like, that was a click echo. 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 Stops. It, like, for this slot, it stops on, like, E, N, and G. But not that N or this G. Or that E. Now it clicks on Y. N. N. Are the letters that, like, click spelling out something, maybe? W. Y. T. N. WYTN doesn't spell anything. Oh, gonna... Can I not change the individual volume? I can't change the individual volume. What was it on before? 0.8? Wasn't it? No, it was on 0.67. Ryan, if you're here, congratulations, I said the funny number. I'm sure you must be proud. TL S M W B. I've almost accidentally spelled canvas. What if it's canvas? I don't think there's an S. What if it's convoy? It'll be convey. So either nothing happens when you get a name right, or these names are wrong. Okay. I'm gonna write this down just in case it ends up being something. S P R but then it was LCH. Like on a row. Doesn't spell anything. What if it's the ones that have the echo that I need to be writing down instead? A E O. Not off to a good start. Then it, yeah, then it's B1H. Ew. Like I just feel so completely lost on this. You mentioned that you've watched playthroughs and it takes people like hours to solve this. I don't even know where the fuck to start. Like all the nameplates are the same except for the amount of letters. There are some letters that click and some letters that don't, but also it seems to be like random each time. I can't even tell if they're on a cycle or not. What do you mean connecting to chat? Why did Twitch Mobile disconnect from chat? Can I still spell thick here? Yeah, I can still spell thick. If there's supposed to be something hidden like the minute details. I can't figure it out. Like, I want to ask questions and get answers because I don't want to, like, waste everybody's time, including mine, bashing my head on something that I can't even solve yet. At the same time, given that, like, seriousness, given the seriousness OPR said, I don't want to spoil myself. Could these be, like, rooms in the... Could these be, like, potential rooms? Are there any rooms that seem to, like, be a pond with a hand and thick? That's also 5 letters? Maybe? Yeah, Costa still axed. Study... No. Sauna... There's not even that many 5-letter rooms. Doesn't strike me as a foyer kind of piece. Or patio. Like, none of these rooms seem to mean anything. None of, it doesn't seem to be like a room, because I also don't remember any rooms that are like mirrored in wagons. Well, I mean, there is the chamber of mirrors. Can I make chamber? It does not look like I can make chamber. Damn it. Send it back to convey. Honestly, if you want to play 2x, but I think this stream's giving me my answer. I don't know why my Discord thing doesn't say when I'm streaming. I swear to God, I've like set everything up that it should say when I'm streaming. I know it used to as well. Get later if you want to. Yeah, we'll see if both have the time and if I'm in the mood. It's like lines, like you can have thick and thin lines. Which doesn't seem like L's an option. OPR, are you still here? Please tell me you're still here. Please tell me you haven't like left again now that I've started losing my mind on the gallery. Maybe this is like the boudoir somehow. Because that one had like wine bottles in it. Nope. Can't right click on them. Can't do anything except for click on them. O-B-S-E-R-V-E. Observe, maybe? His eyeballs? Is O not an option? Does not seem like that was an option. House lead the interpretations of each piece reveal themselves to realize. What if this one's just like infinite somehow? What if it's like just the first letters you can pick in each one? The fucking. I don't get it. I just, honest to God, don't get it. Yeah, I feel like I'm supposed to be able to get it. LPR, please tell me you're here. I would like to ask you a question, but I don't want to shout into the void for someone who isn't around. Aha, I see. This one doesn't have a space. This one doesn't have a space in it. That's the breakthrough I needed. There's no space in between the last name and the date here. That solves the entire puzzle for me. The void calls your name. I do not wish to respond. Can you spell gluttony? I just passed a G because I'm an idiot. No, you can't. Okay, what if it's like something to do with the alphabet order? Because I noticed that, like, it tends to go in alphabetical order except for sometimes, so maybe it had to do with what letter isn't in the correct spot. Oh, whoop, that's control. No, no, fucking. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, so all of these are in order. None of these are, like, out of order. So I guess it must not be that. Now my games are close. I'm falling behind the curb. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Desert Nut. Behold, the greatest creation of Christopher Manson from 1954. Desert Nut. Does this not strike you as a desert nut? This is the most desert nut piece I've ever seen. I'm going mad. I need to leave. I can't even remember what my original goal was for this run anymore. I just gone crazy. You can be an observatory, yeah. So many stars. So hey, next time we draft the observatory, we can see what happens when you go above 25. You know what? Yeah, you be a veranda. Night sledgehammer. Well, hey, I have the sledgehammer now. I could go back to the foundation and see if that wall is anything. Can't just tunnel over to the antechamber because we still don't actually have any of the antechamber doors open. Shovel. More gems, please. Thank you. Have a nice day. Playroom will be shelter again, so we don't gotta worry about that. Wahoo. All the doors are locked all of a sudden. Gotta solve more billiard room puzzles. Alright. 12. 8 times 2 is 16. Minus 13 is 3. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Minus 1 is 3. Again, where did 3 go? There did 3 go. 20 divided by 20 is 1. Times 9 is 9. Times 4 is 36. Minus 20 is 16. Okay, game. I don't think you heard me. I needed keys. Like, just regular keys. Not key cards. He wants me to just throw all my gems in the garbage. Blocked. That one's open somehow. Boiler room! Oh, but also Great Hall. Oh, but we haven't drafted the foyer. Fuck. He'll be a boiler room. And, hey, I can actually use these things. You know what? Let's take a laundry room, and we can swap our coins for keys. I can't afford to do that, actually. I hate my life. Wait, hold on. Wait, I can hook up the boiler room to this. I can actually hook up the boiler room to the laundry room and see what that does. Of all your steps with all of your gems. Swap all your remaining stars with your allowance. Swap all your keys with all your dice. So what, I could just use this to set my allowance to 25 gold per day? At the cost of going back a few stars? Fuck it. Sweet, $25 a day. Wasn't as much of a straight upside as I would have liked, but... C'est la vie. As they say in the parts of the world where they speak that language. Now let me actually, like, send you that way before I open that door. I can't open it anyway. Well, okay, we get to go back to the Foundation. Oh, hey, key. Well, hell, maybe we can do something after all. And we can see if this is something. Where were you? I asked you like 50 questions about how the I was asking you where. I was begging for your presence so I could ask you some questions about how the gallery worked. I was on a call. Okay. I thought for a second that it just was like whenever I ask for anything about the gallery, OPR just disappears. You have a single projectile full screen. I love this game. Who was it? Was it Jinx or Teemo? Jinx seems like the one who could actually touch a dead someone off of a... I almost said mushroom. Someone who could touch a dead someone off of a projectile. Alright. Can I use sledgehammer on this? No, I cannot use a sledgehammer. On this suspiciously doorway-sized, miscolored set of bricks, I'm going to kill somebody. Can you open one of these file cabinets? I'm gonna do the gallery move again soon. What I wanted to ask was, do I need information from other rooms to solve the gallery? I'm aware for the other two puzzle rooms so far, I have not needed information. But the gallery is just so abstract and gives you so little to work with that I feel like you need. I feel like you would need to know something from somewhere else. Jinx with Fury. Oh. Like in the same way that there was a note explaining that the billiards room game wasn't darts, it was math. Is there like a note? You don't even. I'm not even asking which room it would be in. You can solve the gallery from the paintings. How? These don't say any. I'm so confused. What does this? What do these mean? These don't mean anything. Like the letters, sometimes they click and echo, and other times they just click. Does that mean anything? Maybe. Sometimes the letters are in like alphabetical order, like in here, where it goes D, then G, then H, then L, then M, then N, then O, or not O, then R, then T, and back to D. But sometimes it's stuff like A, E, I, O, U, and then goes to H. There are hints to gallery if you want to know too. So what you're saying is I don't need like hints to solve the gallery, but hints do exist. Like that note that describes the billiard room thing. Can't wait for it to be like the grade 8 classroom that has what I need to know for this. Oh, you also missed it. I managed to get the boiler room hooked up to the laundry room and managed to swap my allowance and star total, so now I get 25 gold at the start of every day. Now I can answer the previous gallery question also. What was the previous gallery question at this point? I've like lost brain cells trying to figure out that damn thing. Right, that I asked, is there a way to like know for certain? When you got a name right. We'll save that. We can save that one for now. How of all the rooms to be unlocked? Okay, well, this isn't a garage. So this must be like furnace or something. You know what? Yeah, furnace. Give me a singular key, please. Man, I thought it was special for a second because it looked like fucking diamond. No, it's just a regular key. You know, guys, with all the heat wave effect, I'm starting to think I might have drafted the furnace. Why even bother? Okay, we can do this again. Is this gonna do anything? Now Blackberry Grotto is like double powered. I am in misery, and there ain't nobody who can comfort me. Oh yeah, why won't you answer me? The silence is slowly killing me. Oh yeah. Ah. You have a talent. What is that supposed to mean? And I have caps lock. Oh. I thought I was just getting like the first bit of non-sarcastic encouragement from a friend in like years. You should have heard me singing. You should have heard me singing my Bo Burnham song earlier. Schoolhouse. Fuck it. Let's go try and do schoolhouses again. The hidden talent for a reason. I can't tell if you're trying to insult me or not. So I'll just say fuck you anyways. Classroom 1 already? Amazing. Lovely. That's great. Parlor for more gems. Awesome. Then I was hanging out with a girl and it didn't go so great, so I went over to my friends who were across the hall neighbor and we all hang out and it was Dapper. You know what? Good for you, my man. Alright. You'll be a hallway. And then we need to actually go like solve the parlor puzzle and get more gems. So that if we come across classrooms, we can actually make them. Getting drunk as fuck. Ah. It was epic. The empty boxes are both true. The gems are in the black box. This is not an empty box. Whatever. I didn't know. I didn't even. I don't think I actually knew you drank yet. Okay. Okay, so these two are saying the same thing. So either both of them are true or neither of them are. If both of you are true, then that means you must be false with the empty boxes both being true. Which I mean would work out because you're an empty box and you're not true. So that would work. You know what Everclear is? No. I don't know alcohol. And if both of you are lying, that means you're telling the truth about the empty box book being true, which is wrong because that one would be false. Because black box would be empty and also false. So it's got to be that these two are telling the truth and you're lying that they're in the black box. No, I swear to God, if I get flagged because you just confessed to committing a crime in my fucking Twitch chat, I'm gonna end you, you hear me? Are you okay? Hey, I got a second classroom, but it would completely dead end me, so I have to do a dark room. Average spirit strong stuff is 45-ish. But like, why? Oh, hey, it's a courtyard. You can say commonplace, I'm fine with that. You can also say commonplace. Yeah, these are all fine. I'm fine with those rarities. I was feeling bad, then I was feeling good. I have heard that's what hangovers are like. the middle one. Middle one's gonna be something good. It's a parlor. More gems. Sick and or nasty. Oh god, we're back to this shit. Okay. The statements on this box is true. Gems are in a box with a true statement. I'm pretty sure that's what that said, right? Yeah. There are 3 false statements on the box in this room. Okay, so if you're true about the statement being false, then that means that the gems are in the white box false. If you're false, then that means that this has to, and this still has to be false, because otherwise that would be true and this statement would be correct. So no matter what, this one is false. And then whether this one's false or not doesn't necessarily matter. Well, actually, it does for black, but... Okay, likewise, if this one's true and this one has to be false, so only one's true. If this one's false, this one has to be false, because otherwise only one statement would be true. So this is falsy regardless. Gems are not in the white box, and they're on a box with a false statement, which, as we've seen so far, is seemingly all of them. You know, one box has to only be telling true statements, one box has to only be telling false statements. Rules of the game. First extremely toxic and serious risk for alcohol poisoning after 3 shots. Noah, I say this respectfully, as your friend for like potentially a decade now. I say this respectfully and with care for you. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking dumbass. Yeah. I drink that much. Most drunk people don't. Yeah. That's why getting cut off by the bartender is a thing. Okay, so with this, we know that the gems aren't in a box that has a... The gems have to be in the liar, in the, like, complete liar. So if we say you're false, that there's not 3, then it can't be that both of these are true. But wait, hold on, that can't be the case anyway, because there has to be one box which only tells the truth. So this one has to be telling the truth. So we know there's three. So we know one of these is telling the truth and the other one's lying. And whichever one's lying is the one that gems are in. Here we go for it. Don't. Please. Okay, but... if this one's false, then that works out, because only one statement on this box is false. That's wrong. Oh, wait, hold on. The gems are in the white box is false. So we know it's not in the white box. Because of white, we know that the gems are in a box with a false statement. It can't be black, because one of them has to be true. So the only possible one is that it is in blue. Yes! Sweet. And we can get the second classroom. I should be, like, paying attention to the fact that I have so many redraws. My stomach full of pure alcohol. Sure, it probably tore up my stomach line. So, this is a little anecdote about me. Normally, when I wake up on a streaming day, I typically at the very least, I typically don't expect to be told by my friend in such detail about how they very much almost killed themselves on accident. I'm not sure if that's just me being weird, but like I must profess that is not typically what I expect. It was a good time. Was it? Waiter, more billiard room, please. 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9, minus 2 is 7, times 2 is 14. There's 14. Probably really close to dying. Alright, 10 divided by 1 is 10, minus 7 is 3, times 3 is 9, times 2 is 18. Where's 18? Where's 18? There's 18. 20 divided by 2 is 10, divided by 5 is 2, divided by 2 is 1. Sweet, 2 regular keys. That's actually fairly helpful. Okay, we finally managed to get a fourth classroom. This is our history one. Identify each realm on the map below. Oh god, this game takes place in its own, like, cosmology. I better take pictures of this. Oh wait, hold on. I click on them and then just take a screenshot of this. I didn't have to do, like, the weird dangling shit. Alright, you'll be Arindia map 1. And you're gonna be Arindia map 2. Now, the edges of this also seem to have some, like, weird, funky shit going on. Because that's the, like, spiral pattern I saw in Her Ladyship's bedchamber. For some reason, the South Pole is infinity. 46 is highlighted here. There's all the realm sigils. Okay, so this is for telling which sigil is for which place, but I'm pretty sure I already have that information, don't I? I have some of that information. I don't have all of it. Okay, this could actually be important then. Sorry. You really stand up, but just have to roll around. Remember, you can only be this dumb once in your life. You took a drink off it, 45, maybe an hour. You probably weren't too far off. I guess science can somewhat handle alcohol. And you should stop. That's true, yeah. Okay. Mark up on this one. You know, we're into Aries. This one here has this, like... has this symbol. Raja has the hourglass. Those are the only two we've got here. Pararka has the heart. But we don't know about Morajai or Vera. And also, seemingly, Arch Ares and Fen Ares aren't on either of these maps. Oh wait, no, there's Arch Ares. And this one has the mountain symbol. You missed me on you missed me saying that earlier. Sorry to tell y'all, but you missed that. Yeah, we have more giant. Yeah, like Fen Ares. Where the fuck is Fen Ares? Like I don't see Fen Ares on either of these maps. We still got the worksheets we can compare with. So this one got 4 out of their 7 correct. You know, they got this one right, this one wrong. This one right, seemingly. Don't know about this one. This one they got wrong, and the other two we don't know. Actually, if they got... We know they got this one and this one right. And then we know they got this one wrong. Right, right, wrong, wrong. So that means of these three that we don't know, 2 of them are correct. And it can't be this one, because this is the symbol for, the fucking Carrerica. So the other 2 must be right. If I'm logicking this out correctly. This has the weird bump one. Wait. No, I can't be logicking this out right. Okay, we know they got 4 out of 7 correct. They got this top one right. They got this one wrong. They got this bottom one right. We don't know about this one. They got this one wrong because this is something else's symbol. And they got this one. Okay, so these 2 are right. But just those 2. I was right that you all have this one. And this one over here has the diamond. Good old Nuance. My favorite country. Make a slightly more elongated diamond. And a slightly more even one? That's good enough. Alright, so we're working on more of them. Now, this one drew very neat lines. Okay, so what have we got with this one? Mountain, they got that right. This one's wrong. This one's right. This one's wrong. So, wait. Now, if these 2 are wrong, then that accounts for both of the ones they got, which means all of these must be right, but we know that's not the case. Because this one isn't the diamond. This one's the diamond. Huh? Did I mess up somewhere? This one's right. This one's right. These 2 are wrong. Which, if these 2 are wrong, then that accounts for both of these. But this one's also wrong. And so is this one. So I must have gotten something wrong somewhere. That or it's some bullshit I don't actually understand yet, where, like, a country changes names in between then and now. Why did the music just stop? Why did the music just stop? Alright. I think there's something more going on here that I don't know about yet, so I'm gonna retake pictures of these and not try and, like, edit them. At least not yet. Or, hell, maybe I will edit them and just use this as, like, a blank slate to work with. Can't wait for this to not actually mean anything. Anyways. Well, we do know by the top left thing here that these are the 7 symbols of the 7 countries we got here. But I hope this isn't a political statement. What? Oh, that's the Fenaries? The Fenaries is this small ass little part of the Arinda Aries? But then why does it say the Arch Aries are up from there? There's something I'm not understanding here. Raja is below it. Arch Aries is above it, but this is Arinda Aries. At least it's what it's supposed to be. According to the map. But there's a poster calling this the Fen Aries? Not like they can be one and the same. I can actually get rid of these and this and this. Don't need those for anything anymore. Suppose there's a reason to keep that. Yeah, the Arinda Aries and the Fen Aries. Huh. I'll have to pay more attention to, like, geography of this goddamn world. Just abuse the drafting thing to get more and more classrooms. I've got art class. Draw 2 things that share all but one letter of their name. Okay, this puzzle we already got. Headcorn and acorn. Robot and root. Not sure why that gotta be. That was pretty good. 2 then to 2. No. Okay, we already solved this whole puzzle, so I don't think we need to pay more attention to that. I don't have any items, so workshop's not gonna be helpful at all. Grade 6. History is penned by the victors. Oh, Lord almighty. Oh, hi, rabbit's foot. Okay, there was a war between the Black Flag guys and the Red Flag guys. And then the Red Flag guys won, I think, is what this one's trying to say. And Red was like awesome forever, and they had a king and shit. And then they built railroads. And everything was red forever. And there's still, and then we go back to where there was a war. Awesome. Oh, can't open any of these, right? Yeah. Classroom. Classroom. Hello, classroom. What do you mean the trophy room costs 5 gems? Okay, so we found the trophy room. I cannot afford the trophy room. Oh god, we're out of rerolls. And we didn't get the classrooms we needed. I guess we just have to hope we stumble across another one. I mean, stumble we did. Okay, this whole thing we figured out. The square one always comes like last for its color, so 7 minus 5, and then it's squared, so that would be 4, pretty sure. According to the logics of the universe that I currently figured out. Oh. We managed to stumble our way all the way to like rank 6 and then back into the foundation. Fortunately, that means we don't get to abuse classroom rerolls. I guess we'll just have to keep going and hope. And we'll just win. Oh god, this is the Conlang? I'm gonna need to take pictures of this, though. And unfortunately, the game does not let me, like, zoom all the way in on this, so yeah, work with this. Horizon and Fixins. Why does the music just keep stopping? That's creepy. Hello, can you teach me a new word? No, there's no verbs. Why'd you say hello in this language? What? This would be like El Lune. El Lune Nevdao? Is that what 3 is supposed to be? Why do they keep saying swim? Oh, verbs are loanwords. So for verbs, we just use like what we would typically use. So that would be El swim Nevdao. Or El swim Ajdao. Nevdao have an Ajdao. If we can use the rerolls here to maybe get something like super rare that we haven't seen before. I was gonna say we could get the pool, but no, we actually can't. And the fact we're dead at gems is actually kind of hurting us bad, but I mean, wine cellar works. So I'm not good with learning new languages. And this doesn't even seem to be written in. Well, Forget is here, or Iraja. Or is that supposed to be of Iraja? So something towards Iraja. But then of this is. What is of this is supposed to mean? Lorja. Last word. Eldiris. It doesn't bear similarity to anything here. I use brain hurt. Ow. Oh, we got all the classrooms. I'm not sure how much good information we have. And it's locked. supposed to be like rounding? You know, vision, which I have no idea how we're supposed to figure out that stuff. You know what else I don't know? If all of this even, like, really means anything in a way that'll help me solve puzzles in the video game called Blueprints. Or what the fuck is up with the Orinda and Fen Ares distinction? Hey, save, whatever. Not save and quit. Not save and quit. Call it a day. Call it. That's what I meant to hit. Well, we got all 8 of the classrooms. But we weren't offered like any sort of final exam like the checklist in the entrance hall mentions. Yeah, it's the classroom final exam. We found all the classrooms and none of them mentioned, or none of them had like a final exam in them. Make another wish. Alright, this time we either try and get to room 46 or connect the boiler room to the pump room. Finally! Shelter for the red room protection. Just gotta keep that in mind so we don't waste that protection on something like a lavatory. You can just go ahead and be a guest bedroom, I guess. Oh, hey, and a compass. More bedroom or pantry. We have this east doorway to investigate the east wing with. They'll go that way. Our lore. Gems are not in a box with a true statement. Statement on the blue box is as true as this statement. Gems are not in a box with a true statement. They're getting all fancy with it. Okay, so what's this we can tell that this blue box statement is true? Because if this statement is true, then it's the same, and this is true. If this is false, then they must be different, which means blue is true. So the gems are not in a box with a true statement. This also says gems are not in a box with a true statement, which we already know is the case. So it must be in white, which is lying. Yeah, they're getting fancy with the words. Gonna make the future goings on kind of difficult, won't it? It can be a chapel. I'm fine using one shelter charge on a chapel. grab a key. Keys are always nice. Lord knows now more than ever I'm struggling to find keys more than I'm struggling to find than gems. We can take a storm there. I've got the pantry to explore more of the West Wing. I'm fine dead ending this route here. We take billiard room while we're being offered it. 3 plus 1 squared is 16. 3 plus 6 is 9. Divided by 3 is 3. Plus 3 is 12. Divided by 2 is 6. So what is this game even about? Puzzles. Oh wait, hold on. Did I get that one wrong? Actually? Okay, so to actually explain what it is. You've just inherited... The plot is, you've just inherited a 45-room mansion from your late uncle in his will. However, he gives mention of a 46th room in his 45-room mansion that may or may not exist, and your goal is to find it. Which is what you do by drafting rooms. You're trying to get to the antechamber, open it up, and then go beyond it to room 46. Along the way, you have to draft which rooms you pick by... It's got a roguelike sort of thing to it, where every time you open a door, you have to pick between which room is on the other side of it. So you have to make decisions to try and open up the antechamber, reach there, and go beyond. Along the way, there will be, like, little puzzles and stuff to get stuck on. Sometimes the individual rooms, sometimes more overarching. Like, how do I actually open the antechamber doors? Is that sort of thing. I don't know if I explained it that good. I hope I did. Anyway, 3 plus 6 is 9. Divided by 3 is 3. Plus 3 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. Okay, the reason I said was 12. I'm stupid. Okay, 1 times 5 is 5. Minus 1 is 4. Squared is 16. Divided by 16 is 1. Try and get a gymnasium out of the way. Well, we got a shelter charge. Okay, that's locked with the key card. We have none of these yet. Be commissary. This also lets us spend our gold on shit. Sledgehammer, running shoes, picking mass, some items for the run, always help. Now we can go ahead and plop down a dining room. Hello, lunchbox. That's locked. That's locked as well. Or this way. If we use the dark room, then we're out of shelter charges in case we run to like the weight room or something. So let's make this a courtyard instead. Alright, we got this open. Gems. Way on the other side was another security door, so no more going that way. We'll use the silver key here. And for another gem. Although I imagine these doors are going to be locked. Oh, this one was fine, actually. Security is probably, like, the right play here. But I want to see if I can open up the office safe. All these are still, like, the same. Okay, so we're looking for something involving a date. First thing I'm thinking of is check the emails. Network, yeah. Take your sweet time. Harley, who's selling for this weekend? Founded electric typewriter. Okay, so we've got a couple of potential dates here. Thinking maybe either the 7th or October 7th or November 1st could be what we're looking for. I'm not sure what else here it could be. That's just basically what that was. Is there anything here that I don't immediately get? Thank them. Mount Holly's inner sanctum, one of the oldest rooms of the house, is chambered deep underground, shrouded in mystery, and adorned by 8 doors. Oh, that's where we found the last antechamber lever. Meaning that use symbology to represent the different aspects of the old realm. Book from a room serves as a helpful guide for those looking to decipher these Aegeran symbols. Okay, yeah, none of these are things that I need to know. October 7th, November 1st, maybe not November 7th because that was day 1. No, 10:07, 11:07, 11:01. Shit. Nothing else in here that mentions a date I can maybe work with. I don't think so. The actual things this office can do have those sort of functions. So, I guess we still don't actually know what the thing is here. 9083. Wow, what do you know? The red memo was lying. Locked. Fuck. Hey, there's a Syncoco camera. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're wanting from me here. Yeah, it's locked. Of course it is. Okay, so back to the pantry we go. Begging and praying that we can actually see what the trophy room is. You know what? Yeah, library. Oh, sick! We actually got the trophy room. Well, well, well. Make ourselves a 3-gem profit. Reaching room 36. Or room 46. For some reason, I can only go to the previous. And this one for 40 parlor games. I was hoping that... Okay, so is this like exactly the amount? Then 1, 2, 3, then logical, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that tracks, and then inheritance, and then the others. Okay, so that does check out. The trophy room doesn't seem to actually be anything major, at least not currently. Also got complete the Mount Holly directory. So, like, just draft every room. Missing 8, 11, which I know is the attic. One of the bedrooms. Never drafted the clock tower. There's gotta be some, like, more other secrets that we haven't found yet. I want to waste the West Wing Hall doorway on this, so I guess for corridor. Solarium's a nice find. Don't think there's actually anything in here. Maybe if we're like really lucky, we can actually manage that. Never mind. Never mind. If we'll actually just be stopped dead in our tracks. Garage will give us keys at least. Yeah, same as it normally is. Oh, I actually have the car keys. I forgot I found those earlier. A treasure map that I can't do anything with because I don't have a shovel. That's correct, I do not have a shovel. And I'm assuming inside the car is same as normal. Yep, just the one note. I wonder if 14227 is something. I wonder what this is. This is what takes power from the boiler room, but we have yet. At least I think this is what takes power from the boiler room. Yeah, it is. We have to figure it out. Actually, this looks like the stuff down in the basement. Maybe if I power this on, those pipes in the basement will actually do something. And Lord knows we can't get it powered on right now. We weren't given the option to get the boiler room. And Rick not wanting to... I'm not waiting to hear you say bye. I'll just assume. See you later, Jake. Bye, Noah. Appreciate you dropping by and sticking around. Sorry for boring you to death with puzzle game. Oh yeah, dining room thing's ready. Well, I guess at this end of I guess that this run pretty much done for already. Since we didn't get anything that like be servants' quarters at least. Oh, we can finally see what's in the attic. Oh my god, it's the first time I've actually been able to afford this place. The Secret Garden, very funny game. Thank you for giving me that. After I get dead ended. One purse, a gem, 2 keys, a wagon. Very cool. Thank you so much for giving our editors the opportunity to consider your illustrated children's books, The Red Prince. Unfortunately, I regret that we have come to the conclusion that although the illustrations are wonderful, we do not think the material is a good fit with Ruffington's current catalog, and therefore will not be pursuing a partnership at this time. As a return envelope, your manuscript will be returned to you, otherwise it has been recycled. Again, for the of us here at Ruffington, do not be discouraged to submit any work you complete in the future. We wish you every success in finding a home for your book. Thomas Anders, editor. Change the ending, too political. Maybe that'll be something. I'm desperately hoping that's something. Although, I am worried because I'm pretty sure the one with the wagon in it is 6 letters, not 5. Yeah, 5 is the one that just says Thurk. Hey, we finally managed to find the attic. Just have whatever room 08 is. For blue rooms. This bedroom. And whichever ones are just ones we haven't been given yet. And we're gonna have to call it a day there. Alright, so we probably got enough time for one more run left in us. Well, actually, I say whatever the last bedroom is. I know what the last bedroom is. It's the master bedroom that we just have never been given the chance to draft, I don't think. And root cellar, why not? Okay, we'll just go ahead and get hallway closet out of the way. And a sledgehammer. Not bad. We could also go ahead and get the utility closet out of the way, but that leaves us very starved for potential ways to go. So you'll be a parlor instead. And you can be a den for decent options and an early gem. You'll be a hallway. I don't feel comfortable putting a dead end there. Okay. We've been offered a bookshop. I suppose they were going to try to accrue enough money to buy something new for the library. I don't know what these stamps are still. I just need to drive one more classroom to take my final exam. Oh. Maybe. And do we need to draft a 9th classroom in one run, or is it just that now that I've seen all 8, I can... The next time I don't know. There'll be a spare bedroom to connect to that. But let's also go ahead and explore the parlor before we abandon it too fast. Coin purse. This will help us with accruing good capital. The hallway, because basically just ends up being a corridor. Chapel's not the worst, ultimately. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get Chapel out of the way. Oh, if it comes down to it, we could even break open the Keeper. Not sure I want to use up this many gems this fast. Well, we have a parlor to get more. Yeah, you can be a nursery. Oh, and it even gave me my gem back anyways. Be a reading nook. I can maybe get another library. Yeah, we got another library, sweet. Now I can get even more uncommon rooms. I can't afford 2 of these, so I guess we have a wine cellar now. Well. Oh, hi, treasure map. Don't have a shovel to do anything with you, but, cool. Glad to see you here, man. I think I've chosen to not deal with the Keeper Tithe. I'd want to say keep her tied for maybe the buy out the entire showroom feat. And Amanda some stuff across. So many gems, dude. Hallway doors are always unlocked. Yeah, it's pretty good. And you'll be a pantry. We do need to actually get money. We have not gotten the most lucky with so far. Passageway. I just plop a dark room here. So that's an option. Let's go ahead and get the dark room out of the way, and we'll just stick it there. At least I don't have to worry about these potentially being locked. You know what? Let's take Rumpus Room because it does give us a decent amount of gold, but also keeps our options open. Unsurprising that this door's locked. Corridor's always left unlocked. Aquarium's technically a hallway, so its door will also be unlocked. Patio, whatever this room is. Laundry room. Thank you, key. Archives. And I think that's supposed to be the guest bedroom, isn't it? So I've yet to actually get everything I need for that. Oh! I mean, I know there's 10 gold there, but I've ignored the clock tower for long enough. Whoa. Hello. Southward, I see a swan. Ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward, I see a crow. Dark are the days coming forth. The first letter spells sacred. Not sure what that means in this context, but okay. There's also like a shard of something. Oh. Probably deserve to write that down, couldn't I? Another one of the doodads. Not as revelatory as I would have hoped, but still gives us some things to think about. I wonder if something happens if I'm here when it's fixed this time. What time is it in universe? Because that was time on the floor is like, I think that's supposed to be 7. Seemingly it's a little past 9. I must not. Maybe I didn't get here fast enough. Or who knows, maybe if I wait here for like the equivalent, let's say, of a few years, then it'll open. Unless it's like this and it's supposed to be like 2:30. No, that's more 1:30. Either way, maybe come back to the clock tower later in the run. I'll deal with the fucking archives. Door's locked. Door's locked. That door's locked. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to pick a direction and pray. Down, we can technically cover through the dark room, so I guess we choose this one. Give me this archetype plan. I hate you. Why do you keep giving me the goddamn weight room? Hello, boiler room. Oh, no. Not that. Wait, no, this way. I should also probably actually open this door back up. There we go. Oh, you're actually not locked. I need a gem for the garage, so you're this, whatever this is. Oh, hey, the storeroom. I need to be mindful of my steps because of the fucking weight room. Luckily, it doesn't take that long to get back to the, bookshop. I want to see if I can't draft the garage. A 1 gem requirement room that connects to the boiler room? Oh boy. Okay, that opened up the garage door. As it normally does. Without me having to, like, route breaker box power to it. Is that all it does? Yeah, this gate doesn't seem to be open still. Is that all bringing the boiler room to the garage does? Setting? Okay. No more lollygagging, time to get to the bookshop. Passageway, straight down to a hallway. Yeah, through this way. And into here. The master bedroom is room 47. That's pretty true, honestly. That could also be true. Also, sorry if that was a message sent forever ago and I just didn't notice. Also, hi Ryan. You missed it earlier. Though earlier I said 6-7 because of some reason that came up. I can't remember what was going on. That I. Oh right, we were looking at volume. I'll take the curse up Blackbridge. We'll just go in like order. Basically, what happened was there was a puzzle that I thought might have something to do with sound. So I wanted to go into the settings and like lower the music volume so I could just hear sounds. So I went to game settings, volume, and turns out you can't actually adjust like each part. There's just a master volume, and its default setting is for some reason peak game. And I think that's pretty much all we're able to do in here today. Garage ended up being a massive letdown. Only Silk Sunk had 6-7. It's actually, it's actually a secret as to why Overwatch is so bad. Because it has 76 and not 6-7. It's got a 7-6 but no 6-7 to balance it out. That's why Overwatch went down the drain. That's a secret that Blizzard doesn't want you to know about. It's not any of the like abuse allegations or anything. It's the fact that it doesn't have 6-7. Schoolhouse. Let's see if I draft another classroom, will it give me this exam thingy? Well, it's been there since the start. Yeah, it was doomed to fail. Say fuck again, early foyer. I've got of all my gems. Oh, right, I need those for the thing I'm trying to do. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I have another gem, and it's not like it's impossible. It's not like I'll never find get offered another classroom again. There's 8 of them in the pool. Also, we can see this. What's the curse of Black? Legend of Blackbridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm, for versions of the tale have been passed down from generation to generation. The compelling story has changed, becoming over the years more colorful, more verbose, and, as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I've heard dozens of variations of the legend. While the details will often change, I was surprised how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of the tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Blackbridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt most authentic. The story my grandmother told me as a boy long ago. Oh, it's like just the whole thing. Oh, no. Like, I could definitely read all this. Lord knows I'm not gonna remember all of this. Unless I can, like, immediately tell what this is supposed to be for. Yeah. If I feel like I need to review that, I can review the VOD. Alright, I do not see a final exam thing here. So what am I supposed to... Am I supposed to draft 9 classrooms in one run for this exam? But it adds 8. How do you draft 9 to something where there's only 8 of them that exist? I'm vexed by this. I'm sorry, this vexes me. Need to actually say it correctly. Basically, all I'm caring about for this run is trying to get the pool, boiler room, pump room thing set up. Oh no, it's dark. Father, fuck it. Nice, when did I get so many keys? I'm just now noticing. Oh, and the run's over. And the run's over. Well. Wasn't that just a lovely turn of fortune that the Dark Room would do this to me? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. And I definitely do not have time to do another run before Spring will absolutely end. So instead I'm just gonna call it a little early. Made from day 55 to day 62 today. And we got some stuff done, kind of. Not anything like last time where we beat the game, but oh, kind of decent. Passable, as one might say. Ryan, help me out here. Give me a suggestion. What should I say to end the stream? Next stream also blueprints? I think it might be. I'm not entirely. I want to do more blueprints. I'm just not sure if I like want to try to solve its puzzles on my own time, or if I want to stream it. Because like I've beaten the game. I did what I set out to do when I like started streaming it. Whether or not I want to stream me going through the post game stuff is something I haven't quite figured out yet. You ever find the trophy room? We did actually. We actually did find the trophy room. It costs 5 gems to draft. And it sure is a trophy room. But if I don't, if I choose not to do more blueprints on stream, then next new game should be relatively nearby. Anyway, Ryan, what should I say to end the stream? What should my YouTuber outro be? Silksong tomorrow. Holy shit, Silksong tomorrow!